For the past few months, Chileans have been tuning into a TV drama that deals with the legacy of the 18 years that Pinochet ruled the country. The show tells the story of a team of lawyers working with the Catholic Church to expose the torture and the killings that stained the Pinochet years and that still traumatize and divide Chile. At least 3,000 people were murdered or disappeared during the Pinochet era. An estimated 1 million Chileans fled the country. The Listening Post's Marcela Pizarro now on Los Archivos del Cardinal, the Cardinal's archives, a police thriller that exposes not just the crimes of a regime, but the shortcomings of the Chilean news media in telling a story that had to be told.
A police thriller, a love story, a mass grave. Chile's new TV drama, Los Archivos del Cardinal, the archives of the Cardinal. The series is based on real testimonies collected by the Catholic Church during Pinochet's dictatorship, and it's taken Chileans back to their troubled past.
Me duele, no sé, es una cosa terrible.
It hurts to see it. What we lived through was terrible. I remember helping people on the run. We had to smuggle them out because they were in so much danger.
When I
was born, all this had finished, but seeing what happened and how they've shown people's experiences is just terrible.
It's been 20 years since General Pinochet's rule ended, but Chileans have been grappling with its legacy ever since. There have been plays, books, documentaries, but this is the first time this part of Chile's history has been packaged for the TV-watching masses in this way.
We are telling the truth through fiction. I think it's been difficult to confront these issues, so I think the series has given us the opportunity to face this experience.
Testimonials have been an important way to tell these stories for the past 30 years. But it's time to tell the story differently. The best way to reach a mass audience now is through fiction and on TV. It's the most popular medium, whether we like it or not.
Fiction is a legitimate genre for this. The aim is not so much to convey information as it is to describe the experience on a human level. This can't be done in a documentary.
But fiction has its own shortcomings for those who work in a non-fictional world.
I'm a journalist, so the facts are extremely important to me. And they just aren't there. I noticed the amount of details missing. Let's just say they've sacrificed the facts to make it work better dramatically.
This series is not being aired on just any TV network. It's broadcast on TVN, the country's state-funded channel.
The great paradox of this program is that it's broadcast by state TV, which at the time of the dictatorship gave the least amount of information about what was going on.
And it's triggered a furious reaction from some Chilean right-wing politicians about the role of public broadcasting.
To understand the whole of Chilean society, the role of state television needs to be multifaceted. It's the channel's duty to show the full picture, but the series is too politically biased. It really shouldn't have been financed by the state.
Senator Carlos Larraín heads the party that ruled during Pinochet's dictatorship. It also happens to be the party in power today.
Those who funded the series have allowed the left wing to perpetuate its image as the victim. There's nothing better than being a victim. You can always claim moral superiority.
It's a shame they reacted like that. Had they been less dismissive and valued the series more, it would have suggested that they too value human rights and reject the abuses carried out by Pinochet.
Han identificado a los 3 cuerpos encontrados esta mañana.
During the dictatorship, The media came under Pinochet's control, and there was little tolerance for those who veered away from the official line.
Que todo lo critican afuera, y afuera de campaña, muy bien pagada por algunos señores de la prensa.
These are the pictures the world saw back in 1973. The bombing of the presidential palace, the overthrow of President Salvador Allende, Pinochet's troops taking control. But as TVN came under the control of the military regime, these were images few Chileans got to see. 1990 brought democracy to Chile and the media's chance to break their silence. For the most part, they did not. The newly elected government wanted to avoid conflict in a polarized society, and the media tended to fall in line.
It's taken till now for TVN to broadcast a series like this. In the first 10 years of the transition, these issues were blanked out.
For those running TVN today, the series doesn't just address Chile's traumatic past, it recognizes state TV's own complicity in it.
Estamos saldando una deuda. Pero creo que
TVN is settling a debt.
Hoy día como canal, como institución.
We are balancing out a historical vision.
Creo que estamos equilibrando la visión histórica.
The series has brought back memories of a collective trauma, revived old political rivalries, and actually provoked some of the country's most prominent journalists to carry out their own investigation, using the Cardinal's original archives to look into the real facts behind the cases dramatized on screen.
We wanted to see how the media covered these issues at the time, given the amount of censorship there was, and actually because many journalists only used official sources, instead of including information from relatives of the disappeared, or from the Cardinal's archives.
In 1991, Chile made an unconvincing attempt to heal its wounds with a truth and reconciliation process examining what had happened during the Pinochet years. 20 years on, it's taken a work of fiction to make Chile face the facts about its past, and the media to face its own failings.
We should have had our own Truth and Reconciliation Committee. We should have investigated our own behavior. None of us were saints, because we were scared, and sometimes cowardly.